Okay, so I've assembled all the different parts and I took my shell and cover apart so that I could actually show you from scratch how I did it. So here's the stroller that I bought, and I had this prior to the purchase of my bike, and as you can see down here, the sunshade clips on and off of this bar, and that was vitally important for my one. That's what made it so easy, because I already had that. I bought this whole stroller for $25 on clearance at Shopco, which was a really good deal. They're a little bit more money than that, but it's an awesome stroller and it only weighs 17 pounds, so I feel pretty comfortable strapping it on the back of my bike and taking it with me. And as I use the sunshade on the seat for the bike, when I get to places, I can just take this off the bike, strap it onto the stroller, and away we go. Alright, so the peanut shell, the only other things that I bought for it, these are Scotch all-weather fasteners, and they're supposed to be 3 times stronger than Velcro, and it's worked really well. So I needed a bit of that, so I got one package of that, which cost under $3, and then I had a package of industrial strength zip ties, which we used on the back right here, and those cost me under $2. And then the PVC pipe, that cost under $2 as well. And I checked it for flexibility, so don't just buy any piece of PVC. There's different types that are used for different things, and the one I got was made by Shark Bite, and it had a pretty good flexibility, and I realized right away that I could use it. It came in a 5-foot length, which was perfect. No trimming required. You actually need that whole 5 feet. Okay, so here's the back of the seat, and as you can see, I've got my PVC right there, and it's hard to do this one-handed, but on the back of your peanut shell there's these 2 little grooves, and they're just in the molding. We're both on each side, and we made the hole right in between those. So you can see right here, it's kind of splat bang in the middle of them, and it's about 1/2 inch to 1 inch in from the side, because you want to be able to tighten it. So you don't want the hole up here, because then you wouldn't be able to tighten it very nicely. So you want it on the side so that it's just about 1/2 inch wide, so you can get your tube down there and tighten it off. Then on the bottom, where it fastens to the actual snap deck here, I put one more zip tie. And leave them all loose to start with until you get your pipe on there, and then you can tighten them up once you've got them. Okay, so I put the PVC on there now. A lot easier with 2 hands. Okay, so you see how it's really tight, there's no wiggle room there. Okay, so as you can see, this snaps straight on the PVC pipe, tucks down around the back, that stops the wind from coming in from the back. I don't know how windy it is in your area, but around here it's super windy. You could also put a piece of Velcro right here, and then Velcro it back to your seat if you wanted to. I've never really worried about it. It seems to work fine just the way it is. And then you can tuck this on the inside as well if you prefer doing it that way. Okay. Alright, so as you see, the little Velcro straps go around there, makes it all nice and snug. The great thing about this design is you can just, like I said, get a longer piece of PVC and keep bringing it up if you want to. You can also just slide these clips up on the 5-foot length of PVC, and it'll go pretty high. I mean, my boy is tall for 2, and he's got plenty of headroom in there for him and his helmet. Okay, so now I'm going to go get the rain shield and show you how that works over the top of all this. Okay, here's the bike with the rain shield on. So I picked this shield up for, I think it was like $5 or $7, somewhere in there. I got it just a generic stroller rain cover. Now the awesome thing about these is, say you had 2 peanut shells on the back of your Mundo and you wanted to cover both of them, you wouldn't necessarily have to buy one of these. They sell these in double length for double length strollers, so you could put one of these over 2 peanut shells and you'd be set. This is where the Velcro comes in. This is that industrial strength all-weather Velcro. Cost under $2, and it's worked really good. Never unstuck, works great. And we get some really strong winds around here, and this thing's never even come close to coming off. So it's got ventilation holes right here on the side, so nobody's suffocating, although you'll be amazed at how many people will ask me that. Okay, so that is the rain cover, and now I'm going to get the sun shield that I have that goes on it. And the sun shield, I've only used it a couple of times when it's been just blazing hot out, and I probably will use it more later in the year when it gets warmer. Here we have the sun cover. This blocks 70% of the UV rays. I got this from Phil and Ted. Came with my stroller that I already had once again, and it fits over there perfectly. Now, he's not very fond of having this over him, but it's great for if it's super warm out and we don't want him getting burnt. It works really well. And it doesn't block any wind because it's just a see-through mesh. So you can see out of it just perfectly fine when you're on the inside. It's kind of like what they use for horses to keep flies off of them in the field, so they can see out of it just fine. Alright, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on my blog, youaintgotjack.blogspot.com. If you do this, send me a couple of pictures because I'd love to see it. Excuse me for my shoddy camera work using my $80 camera here. And good luck. I hope it works out really well for you. Thank you. Bye.